This is Wei, and today I'm going to give you guys a few tips that can help you better survive on Ancestors, as losing ape isn't a good thing for many reasons, such as the loss of a mutated gene or the loss of a female, meaning that you'll have less offsprings. So the first tip is to always carry a weapon with you at all times, and what I mean by weapon is anything that can be used to strike back your attacker. Now the only exception to not carry one is when you're doing things that requires two hands. In those scenarios, you should always have one near or know where one is. So here's a perfect example of having a weapon nearby. As you see here, I was jumped by this tiger. I did have a weapon in my hand, but I lost it due to me trying to dodge. I ended up climbing up onto this tree to gain safety from the tiger. And then giving myself a minute here, I realized that I have another weapon on top of that hill right up there. Grab that other spear. Now what if I didn't have a second weapon and I couldn't gain access to the weapon that I already dropped? This leads us to our next tip. In the scenarios where you are unable to gain access to a weapon or have one nearby, I would still recommend counterattacking anyways, as I'm about to show you here. It's counterattacking with your bare hands, and yes, I mean your bare hands with nothing in hand at all, will give the same result as if you were to counterattack with a stick or a stone. It will cause your attacker to flee. Now the reason why you want to do this is that it's better for you to gain bleeding or broken bones versus whatever is attacking you to jump around between your clan members and cause them broken bone or bleeding, which means that you'll have to take more time to heal them, and if you do miss one by chance, it could end up costing their lives. Our next tip here is going to be about the Basalt Shaver, as I highly recommend using a pointed stick early on in the game as it deals more damage than the dead branch, stick, or stones. Now there are a few items that you can use to craft a pointed stick, and as the two best items to use are going to be the Basalt Shaver and the Obsidian Scraper. But the better of the two is going to be the Basalt Shaver, for the reason that it takes less strike to make a pointy stick from a regular stick with the Basalt Shaver, which is only 3 strikes, and the Obsidian takes 6 strikes, as I'm about to show you here. Now the step that turns the dead tree branch into the regular stick is going to be the same amount of strikes for the Obsidian Scraper and the Basalt Shaver. So the best thing to do is just use your hands to turn the dead tree branch stick into a regular stick. So I recommend carrying a Basalt Shaver with you early on in the games, as in the case if you do end up using your spare, you can be quick to craft a new one. Now on to our 4th tip. Now this tip has to do with animal and plant respawning, specifically the animal respawning. Now every time that the 15-month or the 15-year has passed, depending on if you are giving birth to a new ape or aging your apes to the next generation, all plants and animals get respawned. So be wise to find a safe location that is not a spawning location where pythons or tigers or warthogs spawn to perform those actions, as every time the 15-month or the 15-year has passed, they will respawn and then you have to deal with them every single time. Now evolving is excluded from this due to the fact that once you evolve, you are set at a random new location. But what if you are unable to find a safe place to perform these actions? Well, this leads us to our next and last tip. The benefits of building barriers. As you see here, I'm leading a python back to my settlement, as I've already built barricades to protect my settlement and all my apes are already on the other side of the fence. As you can see here, the python has stopped right at the barricades, and even when I'm on top of the barricades, the python won't attack me. However, my ape is still under full alert, so in this situation, if it was a tiger, it would be best to attack it, or in any other animals, just to intimidate it and force it to flee. Now I will mention that for a tiger, you will need the fence to be a little bit higher because the tiger can jump over it. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. And with this sums up this video. I hope you guys found these tips helpful or useful. And I would like to mention that if you guys do want to watch me live stream, I do live stream on Twitch and YouTube a few times a week, and there will be a link to my Twitch channel in the descriptions below. And thanks for watching.